Hello, my name is John Rosebush. Recently, I was asked to produce a video specifically about Pakistan and the benefits it would gain from this new energy invention. So I agreed. So I've done quite a bit of research on Pakistan. Pakistan today has about 182 million people residing. They produce about 22 gigawatts of electricity. They have water shortages severely. Their air pollution is some of the worst in the world. They have land pollution. They have water pollution. Their unemployment is high, and really, it's a country in almost dire straits. So, what does this? Well, before we talk about Pakistan specifically, I'd like to talk a little bit about this energy invention so you understand what this video is about. I've worked on this new energy invention for 9+ years. For the first 7 years, it was a total failure. It's based on river flow. The last 2.5 years, I've refined this new energy invention many, many times over and have improved it to the point now where it is really ready for prime time in this world. It can produce about 1 gigawatt of clean, continuous electricity based on river flow for about $100 million a gigawatt, distributed widely across the entire planet. It's about a fraction of the cost of energy that's produced today, including from fossil fuels. Now, Pakistan does have some natural gas, but it doesn't have the oil reserves that their neighbors do, like Iran and a lot of the Middle East. So Pakistan is really an energy poor country. This new energy invention, I believe in Pakistan, I could create way at a minimum 3 terawatts of electricity, which is 3,000 gigawatts compared to their 22 today. And I actually believe I could produce a lot more than that. But even at 3,000 gigawatts, it would be almost unimaginable that Pakistan could use that much energy. And it would be widely distributed across Pakistan. It would be clean energy. So what does that do specifically for Pakistan? That allows Pakistan to solve their water shortages. How do they solve their water shortages? They build desalination plants all along their seacoast. Now, they could produce enough water because desalination plants, the biggest issue with them is energy. And with that much cheap electricity available to them, they could easily install desalination plants powered by hydrogen that is created from electricity very cheaply. They wouldn't even have to store it. They could actually produce a hydrogen right at the desalination plant through electricity coming into it. They could actually create a water oasis, enough fresh water for everybody throughout Pakistan. If they pipe some water inland, it could be for agriculture, because what they could do is in some of the rivers coming down from the mountains, and they could keep that water up north instead of bringing it down to the cities. So it totally solves their water pollution, totally solves air pollution. Once they replace all their current energy sources. Uh, and they'd also have to, of course, replace their vehicle transportation fuels. They'd have to convert their cars to vehicles to hydrogen, which they do have conversion kits today, and electric cars, and actually compressed air cars, which is being tested out right now in India. So they would get rid of all their vehicle pollution. They would get rid of all their factory pollution. Wherever they're burning natural gas in the factories, they could always convert over and burn hydrogen in the factories. They actually would have the possibility to do just almost anything. It would clean up every bit of pollution that they have in their country. And as far as unemployment, their unemployment issue, for in order to convert Pakistan from a fossil fuel economy to an alternative energy economy, it would create full employment. Now, for me, my motivation with going this route through the social media instead of taking the traditional route was because of greed, because of corruption, because of the broken patent system. So what I'm attempting to do is skip all the intermediate levels and go right to where a country assists me in bringing this new energy invention to the world in a very positive way that not only solves the energy issues, but solves all the other issues we're talking about and in the meantime solves the inequity issues and makes it a much more balanced, fair, and honest world. And the hope is that countries work together. You know, if Pakistan didn't have none of these issues, hopefully they would reduce their nuclear arsenal, stop the corruption instead of fighting over energy scraps. If everybody would work together, you could create a Pakistan that all of Pakistan would be proud of and all of Pakistan would benefit. And it would eliminate most of your poverty. You know, at $100 million a gigawatt of clean energy, it allows you to totally do all these things. They're within your grasp and they could easily be done. You know, the goal is for it not to benefit the few, but completely change your country. There's so many intelligent people in Pakistan. There is no reason for all the corruption and greed, etc., that is taking place. You could actually change your country to be one of the greatest countries in the world. You have beautiful mountains, you have great agriculture, you have intelligent people for your industrial base. There's really nothing that is out of your grasp if you just uh, do it. You know, just come together as a country. And actually, you hopefully you and India could start to become friends again because you would not be fighting over resources. There's so many benefits to a country assisting me and bringing this forward. You know, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm here living here in the United States, and I've been approached by a couple dozen venture capital firms. Okay, and the very first thing we want to talk about is how much money they're going to make, and it's just greed. And you know that wealth distribution that I talked about a few minutes ago, that's the same now in the United States. So I'm having issues just bringing together some people with honest intentions that want to improve the world. This could really change Pakistan. So if you're interested in assisting me, you can always email me. Now I can say this, and I'm going to just be straightforward with you here, that you would not be able to get to see what this new energy invention can do until after even the world is coming together. It would be what I would be looking for is your influence to influence a company like GE or Siemens, where I can protect the energy invention and we can learn the capabilities of it uh, from them, all of us together. And then your job would be to assist me with that and then assist me with bringing countries together around the world. It would be shine a completely new light on Pakistan. It really would change the outlook of you throughout the world. And I believe that your country would flourish theoretically forever if handled right. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Thank you very much.